BP. You want to start at, 6 minutes in the recording? Anyone?
12 beers in 2 hours is too much, Austin.
I kind of let loose a little bit after we got done.
All right. So you guys got a question each?
Hey, Austin.
Fuck you, Dave.
I love you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take off the ski mask. Put down the duffel. We're here to tussle on the Sunday night scuffle. The dust up before the breakdown. This is where we clown around and talk some smack before we get somewhat serious. Welcome to the Sunday Night Scuffle by Just Bleed Radio, the Sunday warm-up show that has quickly turned into a Wednesday staple. I'm Lazy Better. Joining me are my brothers, Austin and Danger Mouse. Phil Windsor is behind the scenes, and for those that don't know, here is a general synopsis of this here show. Now, every Sunday, just prior to recording our flagship program, the Weekend Roundup, the three of us come together, each with a burning question on our minds. Now, it could be serious, it could be silly, but it's almost always MMA related, and most importantly, it's entirely unknown to us. That's right, an entirely random question that we have to quickly gather ourselves and come up with an answer on. Now, brilliant, isn't it? I think so. Now then, let's get right into it and let's get to today's questions. Which one of you boys wants to go first?
Since I held us up, I will go last.
Oh, I see. You think that's a better? Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah. Also, this show goes out on a Tuesday, not Wednesday. Last week was a blip on the radar.
A Tuesday staple.
Yeah. And you watch now, I'll end up being late and putting it out Wednesday. Okay, yeah. My question: we might have done this before. I don't exactly remember. We might just have talked about it amongst ourselves at some point. But it's been severely hinted at Dana White leaving the UFC, stepping aside, letting someone else either be the face or whatever. Hunter Campbell obviously looks to be the favourite, but to come forward and take up that role. And I did hear another video talking about it this week, so that might be why it's popped back into my head. And I just think, if we have talked about it before, has the situation moved on? Do you think we'll see Dana White still in charge of the UFC at the end of this year, if you like, tax year, or will someone else have stepped in?
We have absolutely discussed this very question.
We're getting older, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a repeat. Do we really want to do this question again? Do we really?
But I think we could answer it honestly, though. Is like we could still say, yeah, he's gonna be involved because he's like Vince McMahon. I said last time that he's an elephant who's an asshole. He never forgets, but that's for something else. But I would say he's definitely like Vince McMahon. Now, not the current version of him, but the one who was like, I don't care what you do, I'm gonna have a say in it no matter what. You know, not the one who's defecating on people.
I wonder if I've got any more notes anywhere else.
I think I did have a secondary one in case.
Yeah, because we might not. I'm pretty sure that we have done this exact question, and then I think just last week we did. Will a new person that takes over the UFC reinstate Ariel Helwani? So.
Oh, we did, yeah.
We're really.
We're getting older, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is a repeat. This will get edited out. This will be a really program.
Wait, what was the other one that I had in case? Oh, Mouse, do you have a backup question?
I've got a couple. There's definitely one I could use here, I guess. Not sure how much of a question it is.
I got a real quick one that's really stupid that I could just throw out there.
Okay.
What the fuck is the deal with this purple fight kit that the fighters are wearing? That looks blue on TV.
How dare you? Did you fucking read my mind?
It fucking looks blue on TV, but apparently in person and in pictures it looks like a deep purple. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with the color saturation of the UFC broadcast, but this fucking purple fight kit, one, it's been very unlucky for the most part for the people that have worn it. I don't know the exact record, but I think majority of the times it's been worn, the fighter has lost. A few exceptions, but it also just doesn't translate very well on TV. So can we come up with a fucking different purple that actually shows up on my fucking screen?
I think I had a legitimate thing about this a while ago, but like it's like a royal purple is what I understand. I may be wrong on it, but goddamn, yeah, it plays with my eyes when I look at the TV. I'm like, is that supposed to be that like standoutish? Like it's because it feels like sometimes it's like it's purposely drawing light to the purple, and I don't know if color is supposed to do that, especially on clothing. It's like it's neon, but it's not. It's so confusing, and I'm like, I'm not high. This is looking at. I'm not that drunk either. Although I did, 12 years in a 2-hour span, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just looking at it, and I'm looking like, what the fuck? What? And it's not the first time. Like you said, it's constant. Every time someone wears royal fucking purple, it just fucking stands out, and it's more confusing and distracting than the fucking fight. Like, I don't like it. I don't hate the color. But god damn it. It's not okay.
I mean, mouse purple is a royal color, is it not? It's a very elegant color, if you will. So what's going on with this fucking shitty shade of purple that they've got going on?
I have no idea. I honestly haven't noticed it. I heard someone I think it was, it must have been Long Island Luke. He commented something about someone wearing purple, but I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So yeah, sorry, I just haven't seen anything about it. This episode is going so well at the moment. It's collapsing into.
It's like a bluish, like indigo color, and it
Yeah, I
just
know which
doesn't.
one you're on about. Was Santos wearing it?
Yeah, Santos. She wore it last night, and
Well, I certainly noticed it on Santos. I will give her that. I'm not sure if it was the uniform I was noticing as much as other things, but yeah, look good on
I
her.
mean, just for me, just take it to one end of the spectrum or the other. If you either lighten it up and go with like a lilac type purple, or take it to the deep end and give me a really rich, deep purple, pun intended.
Is the complaint that it's too close to blue?
Yeah.
No,
it's
it
way too
physically
close.
stands out as a bright fucking color. It's like it stares at you, asking
It's
to
all,
be fucking like, look at
it's all,
me. I am
it feels
purple.
like an iridescent combination between blue and purple, and it just does not look good. Don't like it.
This might be a thing where it's like how we look at light through our eyes might be different. And it's like, because to me it feels like I need to like stop. I don't want to look at the color of the fucking uniform, and it's distracting to me. And when I look at it, it comes off as extremely bright in my eyes. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, why the fuck? What? Stop it! Like I kind of want to just throw something at the TV because it feels like it's coming through the TV at my eyes, and it's telling me to fucking stare. And I'm trying to watch the fight, and it's like, no, the purple should not be distracting me from the fight. That's kind of like where I'm at.
No. Must be my eye.
No likey.
No. Here we go. Just
I'm sorry. So if I see the purple and it's distracting, I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, keep that angry streak up, the last thing, because I've just found something in my notes, and it says here that American wrestling isn't even comparable to rugby as a base for MMA, at least in the modern era. Discuss.
Was that a fucking Aussie fucking like terrible excuse as a comeback? What is that shit?
I have some notes about Bo on the thing. It says the fans have been asking for it. The time is now right. Bo Nickel versus Joe Pfeiffer for the middleweight's best ginger, and then that other bit was after it as well.
Oh, how dare you? Yeah. We're trying to kill off who's the more asshole ginger, Bo or Pfeiffer? Why not? All right. Also, to that point, I'm sorry. Yeah, just because rugby players are athletes, doesn't mean you guys have the fucking capabilities of fucking stopping kicks or getting knocked out. Like, come on, what are we doing here? If I could take you the fuck down, oh the fuck well. And on top of it too, that's right. What is Alexander Volkanovski do? He learned how to fucking wrestle. Wrestling translates into both the fucking sports. Go fuck yourself if you're trying to talk about how rugby is better. I don't give a shit. If you have Olympic gold medalists that are rugby players, fuck you.
Volk played rugby before he did MMA. Just saying.
I again tried to translate it so it's not the best base in MMA. At least wrestling fucking gets you started somewhere, dictating where the fight takes place. Rugby does not. Rugby, by definition, means you're physically running into people, and that's about it.
If you want a slightly less contentious version, then I will say that American football isn't even comparable to rugby as a base for MMA, because rugby players are world champions. What the fuck have American football players done?
Play against each other and constantly show how good we are.
No, I mean in MMA.
Touche. Oh, usually get knocked out is the case.
Exactly.
I'll just say that I don't think really that whether you're talking American football, rugby, whatever, I don't think that any of them can compare on a combat level to any form of wrestling, whether you're talking American folk style, Greco-Roman, international. I think that wrestling is obviously going to be a superior fucking base for mixed martial arts. It is inarguably the best base for martial arts. Wrestling of some form is always going to be the fucking core value in MMA. So while rugby does make for big, strong, explosive athletes, yeah, that's kind of what sports do. And just because you're big, strong, explosive doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate in the cage. Can it help and give you an edge? Sure, it doesn't hurt to be a fucking physical Hulk, which most of those guys are. But I've seen plenty of big, physical, hulking guys get fucking flatlined in MMA. So, is it a good start? Yeah, sure, but anything could be.
Fair. Very fair.
Very fair. Obviously, just joking here. Wrestling fans.
They are tough fucking bastards, though.
They are.
And very large.
Yeah, and the rugby players would definitely do better in that new event that we've seen, that one where they charge at each other.
See, that's more entertaining than slap fighting. Come on.
I would agree, yeah, it is. Less concussive as well, I would imagine.
Just give me more of that. I want to see just two walruses fucking just bludgeon each other to death.
All right. Well, let me slide in here real quick in the middle with my actual question for the day, guys. And this is a question that I actually stole from something that I was going to bring up during the roundup today, but I'll bring it up now. So, watching the card this past yesterday, I got to thinking, with 3 fights and 3 wins in less than 90 days, is Melchizedek Costa the dark horse for 2025's early MVP? Now think about it for a second, guys. Just to fight 3 times in 85 days, which is what he did, that's fucking crazy. To win 3 times in that span is even more nuts. And not only that, but you factor in that he's doing it in the 145-pound featherweight division, which is notoriously one of the tougher divisions in the sport. It's a pretty wild thing that we're seeing. We're not 6 months into the year even, and this dude is already racking them up. Even if he only fights twice between now and December, we're still looking at a ridiculous run. So I guess my question is, while I know these aren't the greatest names he's fighting, and he hasn't really obliterated every opponent, 3 wins in 90 days is still insane. So as we sit here on what is May 18th, is Melky Costa the sneaky frontrunner for the UFC MVP in 2025?
What do you think, Mouse?
I'm just scrolling through my script to find something because where are we?
You
There
want
we
me to
go.
go first?
Well, I can just give this line if you want, because lazy has
Go ahead.
with
Go
his
ahead.
question
Go ahead.
here. Yeah, is I've literally put word for word, Melky winning his third fight this year. Should have had him on the draft. If he can get another win or two, he should be up for fighter of the year. So
Bingo.
yeah, you can't argue. I mean, we might get one of those situations where who was it? It was my favorite girl the other year, the one all the that won 4 fights in a year. Can't think of her
Loopy?
name. Loopy, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Loopy Godinez. She got passed over, and I thought she deserved more praise. So yeah, it depends how many big wins we have this year, I guess. If someone racks up 2 or 3 really impressive ones, then he won't get that top award. But he should be up there in the conversation for sure. Dark horse, yeah, nicely done, Laser.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because like these aren't wins that you're gonna remember in 3-4 years, but viewing it in the moment for what it is and the amount of fights he's getting in and winning all of them thus far, like you said, and like I said, even if you just get in 1 or 2 more before the end of the year, I mean that's a fucking hell of a run. 4 or 5 fights in a year. We don't
Yeah,
see that very often anymore.
was it Holland who did that last time? Or
Yeah,
was it?
it's very Kevin Holland-esque, very Alex Pereira last year. Uh, what do you think, Austin? Is Melky Costa just kind of sneaking in there under the radar as a possible early MVP for 2025?
You know what? I want to say yes, but there's something that's keeping me from saying yes. It's primarily just the consistency of which I think, like you said, if he fights 2 more times, he's probably going to be that dude in this division. The question is, who do you put him up against? Because he just beat Julian Erosa, and realistically, he's that dude that you're not going to think of as like a contender on a regular basis, and that's fine. Most of these times we see these runs, it's not easy for fights just to be, scheduled. Injuries happen. Opponents fall out for one reason or another. You get, into an issue with scheduling. Sometimes it's just not your time, and some guys are ready to go. Right now, he's not caring. He's winning, so he's getting double his pay. So he's just trying to make the most of the momentum since he's got the ability to just. He's probably staying underweight as well. He's not blowing up in between fights. I'm imagining, at least
Mm-hmm.
he shouldn't be. That definitely helps. And on top of it too, the UFC's like, oh yeah, we know you're gonna fight. Okay, cool, we got you. Next 2 months from now, Albuquerque, fucking some arena. This guy, contract signed. You know what I mean? He's not there yet, and I think if he gets one more win, okay, great. I'm gonna be more than willing to just jump on the bandwagon. I just can't get there, especially if he's just beating the guys like the Christian Rodriguez's or the Julian Rosas. One more, and then okay, we can talk about it. Until then, I'm gonna stay cautiously optimistic about his abilities, and then we'll see where it goes. But I am seeing what he's doing, and it's not easy to get a win streak, especially in this organization, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's not totally out of line to want to see a little bit more from him. It's just mainly the activity and that he's pulling these fights out. And the Arosa fight in particular, that was a dog fight, man, and he had to show some will and some heart in there to get the win. And 2025 so far, got the guillotine finish over Andre Fili, got 2 unanimous decision wins, and Christian Rodriguez and Julian Arosa. So he's putting decent names on the board, and I think it's a kind of a perfect recipe, like you were just saying, where he just sort of seems to be staying around the weight that he needs to be at to not have to do too much to make a fight. So he's available on semi short notice if they need him, and he's just naturally kind of, I don't know, he just seems to have the frame to where his weight just sits on him the right way and he's not blowing up too big between these. So, and he's at that perfect point in the rankings where he's easy to matchmake because he's not a ranked guy. He's not number 10 or number 9 where he's running into issues with guys not wanting to take fights or not being able to find dance partners. You can find ready and willing names to match him up with on any given night. So yeah, he's sneakily on a little run here. Good to see.
Yeah.
Austin, you got a question? You are the man that held us up last to go.
Okay, all right. Again, in my defense, I am currently moving, so things come up all the time. Realistically, I did have a real question for us, and the question is: in today's UFC, there hasn't been a recent amount of activity that has changed the entirety of a top 15 as much as welterweight has, right? And welterweight now has seemingly contenders up the wazoo. I mean, you could fucking throw a rock at the division and you can probably hit 3 contenders that are ready to go that could possibly challenge for the title and win it right now. And none of us would fucking like bat an eye to that, right? So my question is, has welterweight now become the it division for the UFC?
I like this. I like this a lot.
Take it away, though.
I would say, has it become the it division? That's a bit hard to pinpoint. I don't know that we're privy to the numbers that they have, so we can't. Well, I guess it depends how you define it. But what I will say is, I think welterweight is the fastest evolving and the division with the highest turnover rate of any division in the UFC by far. I think that the amount of younger talent that is really coming to age or who has already come of age that's pushing out this older generation. It's incredible the rate at which it's happening. Like typically this sort of thing is a gradual process and you see it over the span of several years, and it's not such a an obvious and in your face changing of the guard, which this completely fucking is. Like right now, welterweight is absolutely on fire. I think that any fight fan could name off 5 guys in the welterweight division that could contend for a title within the next year. Uh, and if they don't, they've got enough years left in the tank to continue to fight for long enough to contend for a title. So it's welterweight is in a really good spot. It's probably in the healthiest spot that it's been in for I'd say half a decade or more. And yeah, man, likely in my opinion, my favorite division to watch right now.
Yes, very good point. Good point. I would say that's a good way to say it, because it's like we could say that there's a lot of contenders that are fighters that we are interested in fighting, but if they're not, you know, headlining on a regular basis, does that mean that they're on a regular, turnover to the fan base where they're going out of the way to being watched? It's hard to say sometimes because casual fans are fickle. That they'll watch Colby Covington, but they won't watch Michael Morales. Yeah, no, that's the other thing too, is that the turnover has been insane, and that's the thing I was thinking about when this question came to my mind, was that, oh my god, within 2 years the entirety of the division has changed. And it's amazing.
Landscape far different than it was.
Hell yeah. What about you, Mouse? What do you think?
Well, obviously, welterweight's got better because Bilal lost the belt. I mean, it had to improve after that.
Wow, even in the most like defining fight of his career, you go out of your way to stab him. Wow.
Absolutely, that's what he'd do.
Oh my god, I hope he beats one of your guys again.
I don't think so. It seems very unlikely. Yeah, welterweight's in great shape at the moment. I just literally, I've got the page open in front of me, looking at pretty much there is a genuine top 10 in there. If you throw Colby Covington out of the top 10 because he doesn't belong in there, Burns maybe goes down to number 10 now or something. But yeah, there's definitely a really, really solid 10 or 11 fighters in that division who could have a crack at the belt, if not this year, within a year or so. And looking at lightweight, I'd actually say welterweight is better than lightweight at the moment. Again, we've got a lot of the old guard is starting to come to the end of their careers in lightweight. We're going to have Gaethje. We know he's not going to be around much longer. Poirier's allegedly having his retirement fight very soon, and we have got new guys coming up there. Oliveira, obviously, he's not going to be around for that much longer. But yeah, just a great division at the moment. I don't remember welterweight being this good in the time I've been watching it. Then again, I do have a terrible memory, so it's quite possible it was. But yeah, like I said, certainly top 7. There's any one of those guys could take a shot on the title. Top 7, top 8, yeah. And you still got people like Thompson and Michael Venom Page hanging around at the bottom as well to give you great gatekeeper type fights.
See, and we're not even touching on some of the guys that aren't even ranked yet that are going to be ranked soon. Guys like my draft pick. Yes, that's right. Jacoby Smith, welterweight sensation, taking the scene by storm. Guys that are still on the come up. You got a whole fucking murderer's row of welterweights that are coming in from places like LFA, Cage Warriors, different places like that are these giant new breed of welterweights that are 6'5", 6'6", with 80+ inch reaches, and they're just fucking killers, dude. So there's guys even outside of the rankings that are going to be coming in here and shaking things up. And then, like you were just saying, Mal, some of the names that are going to be falling off out of this division. Usman's not long for the division. Bilal's not long for the division. Stephen Thompson's probably not. 40 years of age now or more. Michael Venom Page, Vicente Luque, so there's slots that are going to be opening up for these younger guys to keep pushing in, and it's just going to be welterweight's going to be in a really good place, especially in the next year or two.
Hell yeah. And I'm excited for it. It's been a long time coming too, considering not that welterweight had never been exciting. It's always been a good division. It's been considered a money division as well, with GSP, when Connor was, fighting there against Nate Diaz, when Masvidal came into the picture, into the title picture, I should say. It's, Matt Hughes, the Sarah situation, it's got a long storied history. And this is like one of the few times where there's been a multitude of contenders that can all within, I think, a year take the belt off each other. And that's exciting to me. Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If I can just jump in before I forget what I was going to say. This is the age of the rematch seems to be over, at least for a little while in welterweight. And maybe it's a lot of the other divisions as well. So it's going to be you win the belt, you fight a guy, you either defend it or you don't. And if you don't defend it, tough luck, someone else is going to get a crack. And unless you can put those probably 3 defenses together, you're not going to get a rematch, which is good. I hate rematches.
Yeah, that doesn't slow down the division either. Yeah, that's good for the division.
Exactly.
A division is healthy when you take a look at it and you say, forecast who's going to be the champion in a year. And it's a tough thing to figure out. Like, a lot of these divisions, you can kind of get a clear forecast of how things are going to shake out. But welterweight, man, anything could happen at 170. Anything could happen. Just had a fucking inchworm on me. What the fuck?
It's spring, bro.
That's good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah, inchworms are good luck.
I'll take it. I need all the luck I can get.
Lazy's out in the garden, like Snow White. Just out there, just fucking singing to the animals and shit.
All right. Summoning the worms. All right, guys. I think we've gone on about long enough here, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So, all you red-blooded, blue-collared, white-knuckled greenhorns, who the fuck am I, Bob Ross? What's going on here? That's 3 questions and somewhere around about 30 minutes in the books for this show that was never supposed to be a show. Once again, I must add the caveat that this is not our usual content. This is just us having a play, as they say. Now, if you want the real deal, the raw deal, check us out every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, for our world-renowned recap program, the Weekend Roundup. Now, one more time, hit that like and subscribe. And until we meet again, they're Mouse and Austin. I'm Lazy, and we're doing some Bing rips. Later, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bing Rich
I
is
fucking
good.
hate my fantasy team right now. I fucking hate my fantasy team.
Strongest team in the league. Fucking everybody up.
Hey, I had 2 great champions, and one of them gave a real great performance while not doing the wrestling thing. But but god damn it, like I got pants now. Tabitha Ricci's gonna come back in a fight. I have the opportunity.
I hate to be that guy, but we started late today, and I have like a hard exit, so if we need a break before we start the second show.
Yeah, we just have 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Oh, man, almost crawling up my leg. He's like, my liege, my liege. Yes, come to me.
Well, if it's next to an Air Force base, there'll be like lots of cash for loan places, and cheap hookers, and pawn shops.
Going up in the world, guys. Oh, yes, Dave.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
How dare you? How
5,
dare you, sir?
4, 3, 2, 1.